to another video at the Cheltenham Exchange, but this time we are taking a look at the National Hunt Challenge Cup Amateur Jockeys Novices Chase at the end of day one, 3 miles 6 furlongs. Last year we had Galvin win this, who is a main player in this year's Gold Cup, and he had Next Destination, Escaria 10 and Snow Leopardess in behind, finishing 2nd, 3rd and 4th respectively. John, let's head over to you for your first thoughts on a race you usually do quite well in.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, Galvin from last year was a very big winner for me on the day, so that was good. And I followed him all season, and I've pretty much done the same again this year with Run Wild Fred. I think he's a second season novice. He's had a lot of runs. I think he's had 10 chases so far. He's only had 1 win, but he seems to be sort of plotted towards this, getting that race experience over various conditions and various distances. And I just think this has been his target, sort of 2 years in the making, really. Of the others, Stattler, I'm not really sure on him at all. He's won his couple of races quite well so far, but he didn't seem to stay last year at the Albert Bartlett at the track. And I'm not so sure whether he'd be a threat or not. I mean, he'd probably be top 3 or 4, but I just think Fred will have the edge over him. It's a shame Capodanno hasn't qualified for this, because he's one that I really liked. I thought he had the right profile for this race, but Willie doesn't seem to have targeted at him yet because he hasn't qualified and he fell last time. So I think we can put a line through him. The biggest danger I can see is Vanilla. It was last year's Albert Bartlett winner. I think he's got the right profile for this race, and this season he's plodded around. He's a proper plodder. I think this distance and course obviously suits him because he won, like I say, last year. I think he'll be up there, and I know he's not like the most fashionable of horses, but I think he'll go well. The other one that was reading Gordon Elliott's stable tour this evening just before I came on, and he mentioned Fury Road for this race, which I was a bit surprised at, really. I thought he was going to go down the Browns advisory route. Again, Fury's another one. He turned up on the day. He's a good horse, but he does have some off days as well. So, yeah, going back to the beginning, I think it's Run Wild Fred for me with Vanilla the danger.
Okay, Ian, what about you?
It's similar sort of thinking to John. I've written here Run Wild Fred wins in a big exclamation mark. Won the Tri-Town, but it's similar to Fury Road. Elliott seems to put them in funny sort of races. So Run Wild Fred lost to Fury Road at Christmas. And I'm saying about the 3 mile 5 at the Irish Grand National. So obviously needs the trip and stays the trip. I say Fury Road, what John said, it's 3 miles that either seems to win or pull up. But they're probably the 2 I'll narrow it down to, the two Giggins towns, and similar sort of thinking. I've put does Stattler stay, ? Only just stayed the Albert Bartlett trip, I believe it was last year. Vanilla has the form, the Cheltenham line of form, even though it's not run that well this year. And the other one I've put is potentially Pat's Fancy, but again, I've put a question mark, depending on how Brave Man's game gets on, could be a potential line of form. But it's Run Wild Fred for me. I can't see, there's really not much else in this race. I can see maybe at a huge price, but I can't see anything much past Run Wild Fred.
Fair enough. I'm completely opposite to you two. I've got a big cross through Run Wild Fred. I can't. Stattler, he won staying, didn't he, the other day? But normally, just looking again, trends again. 10 out of the last 12 winners had run at least 4 times that season. And Stattler's only run twice, hasn't
he? Yes.
Couple that I like. On the Ropes, Cheveley Park and Willie Mullins.
That one needs
ran once last year, finishing 4 lengths second behind Monkfish, over 2 mile 5. Then come out and won the Munster National by 2 1/4 lengths to Wave of the Sea over 3 miles. Okay, then when I'm running the Hennessy, wasn't he beaten? Finished 4th behind Cloudy Glen. Then he's round and finished 6th, beaten 35 lengths by Fury Road. Looking to forgive that. And then his last run on the 27th of January, he was 5th, beaten 18 lengths behind Longhouse Poet. If you go back and watch out, he actually stays on really well after the last to get up to 5th. I think the further they go with him, the better he will be. And he fits a lot of the trends for me. He's run 4 times. He last ran on 27th of January, which I think 7 out of the last 12 had the last run within 52 days. The festival. The top of my head, I can't think if that falls within it. He's aged 8, he's rated 151. And the 10 out of the last 12 winners have rated 142 or more. And he's won over 3 mile. He's won, and I think he's best price around about 16 to 1 at the moment. Quick look. Yeah. So I'll be looking to get stuck into him. And the other one, I'll ask you lot for your thoughts on this one at some point, is Korak Rambler. 33 to 1 best price at the moment.
I looked at Korak Rambler, but I was looking more for the Ultima.
Yeah, well, he's got an entry in this, which is, and it came out of the way he won here at Cheltenham in December. Again, he's run 4 times. He ran on the 15th of January. He's actually got a couple more entries coming up. He's entered on twice on Saturday, both over 3 miles, the 150 at Ascot and the 225. And then I'd be keen on him to take his entry up in one of those. His last run on the 15th of January, he finished 4th. He was baiting 19.5 lengths behind Eclair de Surf over 3 mile 5. He's rated 140, which fits what I want to see, and he's won over 3. So at 33 to 1, check if that's on.
Just need one here, 3 under through 5. Will that go here, or will that go to the
RSL
Browns?
or Browns?
They've said the Browns, I think.
They've been quite clear with that one, haven't they? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah,
going back to on the
Go on,
road
John.
tonight, I backed him, as you know, earlier on in the season, but I cashed him out, so I just wasn't impressed with him. But this might be his thing, you know, the extra distance, just maybe up his street. I'm not sure, but he might be one I back on the day just to cover in case.
Yeah, well, I think they're the two I'm going to be looking to get stuck into on the road. I'll have some Korak Rambler. I know you lads are keen on Run Wild Fred. Anything else to say on the matter?
Nothing from
That's
me.
it for me, Matty.
No. So you're both going with
Run well, Fred, for me.
okay, Run Wild Fred for both of you, and I will go with On the Road as mine. Again, thank you for taking the time to watch. If you could please like and subscribe to the channel, and your support is appreciated as always.